Yes, I'm back on this subject of child marriage. By the way, I hope you're doing well. Thank you for stopping by again. It is something that is really close to my heart, something that is wrong on all levels, from any angle it is looked at, no matter who's doing it. No child should be given in marriage. No child should be made to engage in adult activities. That's the whole point of being a child. I have seen videos, heard cases, and nations, mostly Islam nations, where the age of marriage has been reduced to age 9. That's the one we know about. It could have been lower. Little girls as young as 6, 7, 8, 9, up to the age of 16 or 18, being given in marriage. Married to men who are old enough to be their ancestors, simply because the culture, the religion sanctions it, agrees with it. The belief is that it's okay. They come up with all demonic excuses, reasons why that should be accepted. My goodness. Satan is really walking amongst us. Sometimes I have encountered certain women from those cultures and beliefs. I this is not to disrespect anybody, but they are not the best with confidence. They're not the best with uh, how do I put this now? They appear immature. Sometimes they say things you wonder, how are you a mother? They have many children, but they lack confidence, self-worth, they're timid, they're immature. I used to wonder what is going on until I understood. I now know that because those women, so-called women, were married as baby little girls, little baby girls. They were still children themselves when they got thrown, ripped from their mother's arms, handed over to this monster who married them. They needed proper upbringing to be raised up by matured women themselves. Imagine how those children would have children, and what can a child give to another child? Can anybody tell me, please? What does a child know to give to another child? What experience has a little girl of 9, 10, 11, simply because they had the first instance of their menstrual flow? Yes, the monthly cycle. And whoops, she's ready. So there are investments for the families in those barbaric places. You send your child to a life of misery, sorrow, pains, destruction. It just so depressing to think about this thing. And you imagine that same useless man who's so worthless will now go and take another wife, knowing that the little girl, well, she's okay, you had her at 9, she gave birth at maybe 11 or 12. So by the time she's 14, 15, she's had maybe 4 children, 3 or 4, because they make them give birth in quick succession. And by the time she's 14, there's a second wife, another young girl whose life is now repeating the vicious cycle. They wouldn't be able to stand up to say no because they are busy with their little children. They have so many of them. You don't even have time for the man anymore. So he goes. That man lives his life. Before the second wife knows what is going on, there's a third one. And then in In 12 years, there are 4 children whose lives have been destroyed, plus maybe the 8, 9, 10, 15 other children that each one of them together have given birth to. How does this benefit societies? If it works, why are those societies the ones that are most impoverished in the world? And they're the ones now racing to the Western world. My goodness, child marriage has no gain for anybody. There is nothing apart from those men. It's only the men. Only the men. The society where men are solely in control, they do things for themselves, they make the rules, the laws, the policies that guide the lives of people in this modern age. Guys, the world is not speaking enough on this child marriage thing. It is way worse than we are willing to accept. Stop child marriage. Save the girl child. In this modern life, I can't believe this is what we're talking about. It's like watching a movie in real time. Stop child marriages. Stop giving baby girls in marriage. They have much better things to do with their life, not marry old men who are so lacking of self-control, self-worth, confidence, anything of value than to go talk to a little child. Marry a woman your age and see if you can stand her. Child marriage is a sign of the decay in human soul. Let's end it.